is the real epidemic, what's happening to our youth, right? Like, there's no comparison between George Floyd and what happened with this 13-year-old girl. Like you said, I think we really need to look at.
You mean the 16-year-old girl?
Well, the 13-year-old and the 16-year-old, but yes, specifically with the officer.
The 13-year-old? Oh, yeah.
You know, the 13-year-old that killed the other 13-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah.
15-year-old that murdered an Uber Eats driver. Like,
yeah,
the list goes on and on and on and on and on. These babies that are being shot in the street, to gang violence, like, but at the hands of other babies. Like,
yeah, the baby that got killed in the baby that got 7-year-old baby that got killed in the McDonald's driveway or drive-through.
Right.
I didn't hear LeBron saying anything about that, holding anybody accountable. He won't hold any of these gangs accountable. I hate how, why are we just like, oh, that's just gang activity, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
That's just gang activity.
That's...
We have to.
Oh.
Like, here's what it is. Here's how I compare it. You are, let's say that you have a really, really fat guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has like a big, really, really big toe, and you're complaining about that the fat man has a big toe. Why not look at the whole issue? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Like, there's a issue with like, this guy his whole body is unhealthy, but you're just complaining about his big toe.
Right.
That's, it's crazy.
It's a great
I don't understand. Huh?
I don't know why we're not looking to the root of these issues, right?
That's what I'm saying. The root of the issue, and the root of the issue is there is poverty in these communities, which leads to criminals, drugs, and violence.
And
we're not even close to addressing those issues.
No.
And there's also an issue with values.
Absolutely.
There's also an issue with fathers not being in the home. There's an issue with education. And nobody wants to address this stuff, but
because then it does. You're racist for talking about it.
Yeah, you're a racist for talking about it. You're a racist for, or what if there's
what I've been told is that that's not my community to talk about. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
I thought we were all Americans.
Right? I'm not allowed to be concerned for children dying, but I'm supposed to be outraged when a police officer shoots a kid or a Black adult. Like, that's when I'm supposed to have selective outrage about that, but I can't look to finding solutions to the root of the issue.
Yeah, you can be out there protesting they'll allow a white person to go out there protesting a white cop. But if you go out there protesting a Black gangster that killed a 7-year-old girl, you're a racist. You're a racist. It's crazy. You can go out there and protest with BLM, having your little signs up, protesting a white cop. But the second you go out there with your sign against Black gangs and Black on Black violence, you are a racist.
Right. I'm not allowed to be informed on any other issues that Black community.
No, you can't. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not allowed to be informed on that. I'll never pretend to know what it's like to like grow up in a Black community or what it's like to be Black. I'll never even.
You know what? I reject that, man, because like Black people speak on what it's like to be white all the time. Because they know, like, there's a lot of people in the Black community that think they know what it's like to be white.
That's true.
They think they know what it's like to be raised in a white community. They speak on that all the time, even though they're not a part of it, or even though they don't grow up in it.
Yeah.
So I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to like, oh yeah, you can't talk to it about the Black community because you haven't lived in the Black community, but Black people talk about everybody else.
Yeah.
No, and they're allowed to talk about everybody else.
Right.
But that's the Black privilege.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. But I think it kind of, looping back to One Patriot, I think that's a lot of what we're trying to do with One Patriot is like bring focus back to the community, right? Like start at the dinner table, support your community, support your local businesses, help eliminate some of these problems before police have to get involved. Like, how about we work on that? Like, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said in my past videos that we have to have community reform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Community reform. These cowardly churches need to start stepping up and start being at the forefront. Yep. Instead of they only address one. The only time these churches step up is when they're trying to step up for the leftist agenda.
Yep.
You don't ever try to see them step up for anything else.
Nope.
I don't see any churches stepping up against black on black crime. I don't see any churches trying to step up against or organize any kind of marches against, gang violence.
No.
It's like they used to in the past. That's what's crazy. They used to in the past. Not anymore. Everything is just like police against police. That's the only thing they're worried about.
Well,
white police officers, as if black people are being hunted down. Dumbass LeBron James saying that black people, he fears for his life. Get out of here. What a joke.
Who honestly thinks that officers wake up and think, well, I'm gonna hunt down a black man today?
Exactly. Especially LeBron James.
Yeah, right. And
who has his own private security. Get out of, like, come on. Like, give me a break. That guy is a 100% joke.
Yeah.
I think I have LeBron James derangement syndrome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think how people have Trump derangement.